Hi everyone, my name is Angela Tombari. It's my first time here, so nice to meet you. Today I'm sharing an interactive card with magnets featuring the Teeny Treasure stamp set from the Tote-ally Awesome release. I'm planning to stamp all the cute charms in the set on a rainbow color palette using cardstock from my stash. Last, for the snap hook, I'm using a metallic silver cardstock from Spellbinders. And for the card base, I'll go with pale gray cardstock. I start stamping the hook. I apply a very generous amount of anti-static powder because I want to heat emboss it in white. Since embossing powder tends to cling to metallic cardstock, it's really important to prep the surface well and make sure it's fully covered with anti-static powder. I position the stamp. I use embossing ink, and then I pour on top a generous amount of white embossing powder. I tap to remove the excess of powder, and then I heat it well. So as you can see, I heat it from both sides of the cardstock. That helps reduce warping and keeps the cardstock from curling as much as possible. Moving on to the color cardstock, I start with dark blue, and on it I stamp the Eiffel Tower charm, always with clear ink, and then I emboss it with white embossing powder. I continue with all the other charms, choosing colors that feel right for each image. For example, I use yellow for the lemon, red for the ladybug, pink for the heart, and so on. Look at the beautiful details. So now that everything is stamped, I prepare to die cut all the pieces. To save time, I place about 5-6 pieces at a time on the platform of my Spellbinders Platinum 6 and secure the dies with a couple of small pieces of washi tape. I put one piece of washi tape on one side of the die and the other piece on the opposite side. I die cut each charm twice. One stamped piece for the front and a second plain piece for the back, because we're going to sandwich the magnet in between them. Now let's talk about the magnets. The one I'm using are very thin. They're just 1 millimeter thick and 5 millimeters in diameter, so they add as little bulk as possible to the charm. To assemble the charms and make the magnet mechanism, I first add a small piece of double-sided adhesive to the back piece. Then I place the magnet on top. Add a second piece of adhesive. Add a bit of glue all around the magnets and on top of it. Place the front piece, align it, and press well to make sure everything is adhered. Let's repeat the process again. So I take the back piece, I put a little piece of double-sided adhesive, peel it off, place the magnet on top, place another little piece of double-sided adhesive. Again, I peel it off. I apply glue, liquid glue. And place the front piece on top. I align it and press it well. So now the liquid glue isn't necessary, but it's very helpful because it gives me a few extra seconds to position the two die cut pieces before they set. Now that I have all the charms ready, it's time to assemble the card. My idea is to create a long chain to hang all the charms, so I went for a big slim card of 9 inches wide by 9 inches tall. At the top center, I place the snap hook and temporarily secure it with washi tape as a reference point for where to start stamping the chain. The set includes 2 chain stamps and they are directional. One curves to the right and one curves to the left. So alternating them, I'm able to create a gently waving chain all the way down the panel. Again, I am stamping with embossing ink, but this time I am heat embossing with metallic silver embossing powder to coordinate with the hook and to give the look of a real chain. I alternate the stamps, first using the one that curves to the right and then the one that curves to the left until I reach almost the end of the card, leaving a couple of inches empty at the bottom for the sentiment. Again, I'm stamping with embossing ink, but this time I'm using metallic silver embossing powder to coordinate with the hook and to give the idea of a real chain. I apply the embossing powder, tap off all the excess, and heat set everything. Finally, I adhere the hook permanently at the top of the chain and on the top of the card with liquid glue, using tweezers to help with the placement. I wait a few seconds for it to set, then press it down well, also with the help of an acrylic block. Now it's time to add the charms to the card. I am placing them along the chain in rainbow order, and then on the back of the panel I will attach the magnet that will allow the charms to move. To keep each charm in place while I turn the panel over, I use a small piece of washi tape. Then I simply drop the matching magnet onto the back of the card, and thanks to the magnetic force, it automatically snaps right into the correct position behind the charm. As you can see, sometimes I don't even need the help of a piece of washi tape because some charms stay in place nestled between the others. I drop the magnet, place the charm, I drop another magnet, place another charm, and I repeat the same process with all the charms until the last one, which is the Eiffel Tower. I drop the last 3 magnets in place, and now I secure all the back magnets with double-sided adhesive. This not only keeps the magnets in place but also helps attach the front panel to the card base. I apply double-sided tape along the edges of the card, and before adhering the panel to the card base, I stamp the sentiment. I think the sentiment "Have a charming day" is perfect for this card. I'm stamping it in black ink to create a nice contrast with the colored charms and their white details. And I'm also adding clear embossing powder on top for a little extra shine and dimension. Now the last part, we assemble the card. I peel off all the adhesive backing and adhere the front panel to a white card base. To finish the card off screen, I embellished it with a few silver drops for extra sparkle and shine, and voila! Here is the finished card. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share it with your crafty friends. See you next time. Ciao!